Benjamin is the Jamaica, became a medical doctor, soon after distributed automobiles and got into network marketing. And today I'm now in the space of trading the financial markets because of this wonderful community known as Xtream Lifestyle. Xtream Lifestyle has an academy as one part, health and wellness products, and a wholesale travel booking engine. You could join us as an affiliate, pay a little over $100 to get registered, and then you could start marketing our company. Either you pay $249, $168, or you pay $299, and then you could pay. You would earn rather $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, goes to $1 million a month. Just depends on your appetite and how much work you're willing to put in. On the education side of things, where the academy is concerned, we're going to emphasize that today. You can learn about the $7.2 trillion market, $89 a month, $99 a month, or $159 a month, depending on which education you want and how much of it. And then a great safety trade product that today got its trademark. So this is a unique product, nothing else like it in the world. It's now been trademarked in the United States as an original product. Extreme Effect Safety Trade System, $599 to enroll for the year, and then $75 per month for the signals. So this is really an outstanding achievement that we have this as a part of our community. All right, so what is the safety trade system? It's basically a set of algorithms that give you an idea of when to enter the trade and gives you what's called a safe point of entry. Very safe point of entry. Beautiful system, right? You know, just looking at this right now, SPX just came off of what's called a 15-minute. I'm changing this to the 15-minute chart. Just close to the end of the day. Look at this, right? Both SPX, green at the bottom, red here, green here. Right where my crosshairs is, Swazel. Do you see that?
Yes, I'm looking.
Yeah, green at the bottom, red here, green here. So on the 15-minute, the 15-minute and the 1 hour are the best. The 15-minute trades, in Jamaica, you say you could take it with your eye closed. Not literally, but as close as possible. If you trade the indices as one, right here is green, red, green on SPX. You could see SPX on the screen. Next, let's check NAS on the 15-minute. NAS, green, red, green. All right, it brought back, but before it did, it was green, red, green. Let's check US 30. US 30 doesn't have it, but 2 out of 3 had it. So because 2 out of 3 had it, you could go ahead. The one that had it the best was SPX. This was the cleanest one, green, red, green. And when it came down here, you traded it. But if you notice, US 30 went up as well, right? Which followed that same pattern. And NAS also started to go up, right? Not fully, but started to go up, right? But the back broke, so it pulled back a bit. So SPX was the cleanest one, right? Green at the bottom, right? If we expand this part of our indicators down here, we'll see that there are 3 lines. 1, 2, 3 lines are green. And then the bars change from green to red. And then the BOK, which is this 2 green lines up here, is called the BOK, BOKK. This BOK changed, it stayed green. So green, red, green. Now, what that means is that as these candles were pulling down and came below the trade line on the 15-minute, you could have put an entry, as a beginner could put an entry on the yellow line or on the green line, right? So what happens is that when it came down here, let's say the market was right here at the edge. When it came down below these 2 lines, you put your entry there. And then you wait for it to come back up. And as you could see, it was a nice big win, okay? And this just happened a while ago. This was 15.9 points, all right, 16 points. So if you traded $10 per point, that's $160 that you could have earned. And this started at 2:45 p.m., right? So this is just super duper powerful, right? That the system calls out trades to this degree, and you could have benefited greatly. This morning, were there others on the 15-minute time frame? Here are some others. Here's a big move. In fact, let's go to NAS as well. It was shown on NAS, all right? And let's go to the 30-minute time frame because the BOK was broken on the 15-minute. But you could see clearly here Can you see the swazzle? Green, red,
Yes.
green.
Yeah.
Right. And do you see how much it went up?
Yes.
So if you trade a 50, when you look at this is the 30 minutes. So let's put a line right here. This is the 30-minute chart. So green at the bottom, red here, green here. And it also happened here as well. It also happened over here as well. Green, red, green. Okay. Now, once we see that setup, that's the confirmation to go ahead and put in a trade. Like say if we went back to here when it was here, you would have had an opportunity to put in that trade. Of course, it also happened way back here, way back here, way back here, down here. All right. That was probably on the 1 hour. But this one, nice and clear and clean. Okay. And how many points did that win?
And assignment.
Count the points. That's 314 points was up. 314 points. Now just imagine winning 314 points on a trade times $10 per point. How much would you make, Swazel?
3,140.
You're okay. And you've been smiling. One of the traders in our community, he posted his earnings this morning. He made a little over $11,000 today. And he said he was at 15,000 and he got distracted and he lost about 4,000 out of it. So he was at 15,000 and ended up being distracted and ended up with 11,000. not a bad distraction.
That's still good though. Yeah. I wish he didn't get distracted.
That's a pretty awesome distraction, right? $11,000 distracting.
Yes.
So we're gonna have a lot of those stories throughout the course of the year, because this trade right here, just from right here to right here, right? This 15-minute trade, for some people, this is a total of 320 points. So with 320 points, some people could have traded $100 per point. That's $32,000 between right here to right here. Okay, wow. And this started on Tuesday and turned back on Wednesday morning. So this is just basically one day. Man, that's amazing, right? So we have a system that gives us data like this that's now been trademarked in the United States of America as an original system. The trademarks office gave its trademark to it. So this system is original. It's nothing like it in the world. And we're so privileged to have access to it. Check 45-minute time frame. So even if you go to the 45-minute time frame, you could see, the cleanness of this, right? These trades. See the callouts here? Different time frames has it on it. If you go to the 1 hour time frame, we see the callouts as well. Here's a nice 1 hour call out. Down here we have more. So I just love this system. I honestly do. It's made trading so much simpler and easier, and people who had never traded before can now benefit from trading because the system is designed for that. Okay, so just learning, understanding. Let me just change this back to the 1 minute chart. I will go to the end of the screen here. Where is my chart? Okay, here we go. All right, so what we should do is that when you're trading and using the system, you start with a 1 hour. All right, start with a 1 hour chart, and you take a look at the 1 hour chart. And what we're always looking for is the logo. All right, so we could see here where price started below here. All right, came above, went up, came down, and it's coming back up. And it did it. It started way down here actually. So the price was below down here. The green arrow came up, price went up, then it came back a few times. When the green arrow came up, went up, came down. That's one. Went up, came down a little bit. That's counts as not really two, but this one is two. So the green arrow, price begins below. That's how the logo starts. Price begins below the moving average lines, the green and yellow line. Price begins below that. The green arrow pops up, comes back down. All right, that's one. Push back up. All right, and then came up that way, then came up, down. That's another one. Went up, came down. Another one came up, came down, came up, came down. Now, we're getting to the end of this move because this has happened. Let me see, I'm count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So because it happened 5 times, waiting for another one like this to go up is unlikely, right? And if you notice here, we're on a 1 hour chart. You notice here, it came up here, peaked here, came down, came up here, and it did not break above here. It did not close above here. So this is a lower level than here, which means that there's a likelihood that it's starting to reverse. And here today, it came up here again, stopped here. It didn't go above here, and it's now starting to reverse. Let's see the same thing is happening on SPX. Similar thing on SPX, right? Where it came up here, stopped here. Let's see if it turns back. If this doesn't come above here, I'm going to start to look for this to come down. Let's see what's going on with US 30. US 30 is creating a bunch of what's called double tops, right? Where it had a double top here, a double top here, another double top here, and then a double top here. And they're all at the same level, which means that it's probably having difficulty going past this level, okay? So I would not anticipate a big buy up from here. I would expect this to sell down. So could see the market starting to sell off because it's now at what we call an all-time high, right? So bear that in mind. So I would not be aggressively looking for buys right now. I'll be watching to see what the market is going to do. And I would anticipate that we're gonna see some selling happening. And with that, we can now start to look for sell stops. So I would start to look for 1 minute and 5 minute sell stops, looking for that. Of course, there's going to be, while it's going into the 1 minute, 5 minute sell stops, it's going to be 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour buy stops. But it's going to have to come down and create that. So we could see the market sell down significantly and eventually create these 4 hour daily, weekly buy stops by the market selling down. So I'm pretty excited about this idea that it could start selling down. So look out for that on all 3 indices. Notice NAS did not close above its high. So pay attention to that. All right, this is on the 1 hour chart. Don't look for this on the 1 minute. Look for this on the 1 hour and the 4 hour charts, right? Where it came up here and it created a high here. And then this high did not go above this high. This high did not go above this high. Let's look at US 30. Same thing. Came up here, created a high here. Came back here, matched it, didn't pass it. Came back here, came close to it, didn't pass it. Came back here again, didn't pass it. So you have to pay attention to that. So if this starts to go back down, that tells you that the market has reached its ceiling, right? And is now starting to reverse, okay? And when it starts to reverse, instead of looking for buys, you should be looking for sells. So you should be now looking for the 1 minute sell, and then we have the safety trade scanner. So on M1, right now, NAS is showing red. So NAS is below its 1 minute blue line, right? So let's go back to here. NAS is below its 1 minute blue line. So NAS is already below its 1 minute blue line, starting to indicate that there could be a reversal of the other 2, because NAS is below its 1 minute blue line. Let's go to 1 minute and NAS. 1 minute. And as you could see, it's below its 1 minute blue line, all right? SPX above its 1 minute blue line. US 30 above its 1 minute blue line. And they are at the peak of the market. So I would be looking to take SPX and the US 30 down. So I'd be looking for these to start selling. I would not be trying to buy them right now, especially in light of what's happening with NAS, all right? Because NAS, let's go to the 1 hour chart on NAS. You could see that NAS came up, right? Up here at its peak. It tried to come back up to the peak. It didn't make it. And then today, it came up to here and it's turning back, right? This was today, right? 11 a.m., it came up here, it turned back, right? In the afternoon, it came up here and it's now turning back. Let's look at SPX. SPX is trying to go up and it came up a little higher than earlier, but it still didn't go past its highest point for the day. And it's already started to push back down. And it did not go above its highest point yesterday. So look out for that. And then US 30, see US 30, way back here on Monday, this was the highest point. On Wednesday, the highest point. Again, it came close to the highest point on Wednesday. And today, Thursday, it's already turning back from the highest point. So with that in mind, knowing that NAS is already starting to push down, then I'd look to see the minute I see SPX developing a sell stop, I'm in. Right? I'm looking for that. Right? That's what I'd be looking for. I'd not be looking for additional buys right now. I'd be looking for additional sells. Same thing with US 30. Right? That's what I'll be looking for. So very exciting, very, very, very exciting time. Very, very, very exciting time, guys. Just set your pot on fire, we say in Jamaica, because you're going to be able to make a lot of money. Just with what I just shared, that is enough information for you to know, look out. Because here's it, on the 3-in-1 scanner, NAS is red. Look for US 30 and SPX to turn to red. How will they turn to red? Let's go back to them. Go back to SPX. SPX on the 1 minute, right? On the 1 minute time frame is way up here, and the 1 minute line is down here. So this has to come down to this blue line for it to turn red. Let's look at US 30. Similar, it's way up here and it has to come down to this blue line to turn red on this scanner. So what I'd be looking to do on SPX and US 30, if I were you, I'd be looking to take 1 minute sells. So the minute that this right here starts to turn red, right, you could start to look for that. You could start to look for sells. The minute that these start to turn red. Okay? If before when market opens back after 6 p.m. Eastern, we see either the US 30 or the SPX turn red, the third one is going to turn red. Okay, that's for the people who want to really keep it safe. When one is already red, likelihood is that the other two are going to follow, right? But that doesn't necessarily happen. Sometimes the one that's red will go back to green, right? Which means that NAS, could, it's not impossible. NAS could turn around and come back up above the blue line and become green. However, based on what I'm looking at from the structure and understanding how much of a buy run we have already had, I expect after such a long run buying up, the market is going to want to sell down somewhat. Right, so we could see SPX and US 30 starting to sell down. And with that happening, it's going to move towards this blue line. Generally, when it buys up in the day, when the market buys up in the day, which it has done today, right? When it buys up in the day like that, in the night, it comes back down to the blue line. All right? That's generally what happens. Okay? All right? So understand that and look for that. Look for your 1 minute sell stops towards the blue line. So the minute that you go to your 1 minute chart, you see that these candles come down below the green line and the yellow line here. The yellow line crosses the green and you'll see a red down arrow popping up. Kind of like over here, you see a red down arrow popping up. Right here, see the red down arrow popping up. The yellow crossed over the green. That's where the red down arrow pops up. So when the yellow crosses over the green here, you'll see the red down arrow pop up. You're going to see the box change from green. Right now the box is green. You're going to see the box change from green to red. Then you're going to see these histogram candles change to red. And then you're going to see these 3 lines at the bottom turn to red, right? Turn to red. Okay. By the time that happens, you can now start to look for what's called a pullback, right? You're going to, once that happens, it's going to look something like this, right? Where it's going up like that, then it starts to go down. You see the red down arrow, you see these 2 red, you see this now turn red, this is green. You're going to wait for a pullback. You wait for it to pull back towards the yellow line, so you could take the trade off the yellow line going down. That's what you should be looking for tonight, right? So right now it's up here, so what you should be waiting for is for it to come down under these 2. When it comes down below them, wait for this to turn red, and then when it pulls back and comes back to the yellow line, you jump into the trade to go down. Okay? That's it. Make money. All right? I don't think I could make it any simpler than that, right? Anyone out there understood what I just said? All right,
Yes.
Swazel, Dunstan, Miggy?
We understand.
Yeah, great. Right, so just look out for this evening on SPX and US 30, especially. NAS is already pushing down. Look out for it to happen. So when the market reopens in another hour or so, look for this to come down below, this yellow and the green, right? And when it does that, you're going to see the yellow line push down and go below the green line. Okay, and then you're going to see the red down arrow pointing. See, it's starting to push down already. All right, you're going to see the red down arrow pointing down. Then this down here is going to turn green. Okay, sorry, red. There's 3 lines at the bottom turn red. The bars will turn red as well. And then you wait for it to pull back. So when it comes down, maybe could I try to draw brush? Let me see. All right. So you're going to wait for it to pull down and then come back up. All right. And when it come back up and touch the yellow line or come close, you take it down like that. Okay. My drawing doesn't look too bad. All right. Okay. So that's what you're going to look for. You're going to look for the market to come down, come like this, come down, and then do that. And then this yellow line, you're going to look for the yellow. First, you're going to have the green line coming up and then going this way. And then you're going to have the yellow line coming and crossing it. So when it crosses it, that's when you're going to see your arrow, your down arrow, right? Your down arrow. Let me just take that off the screen. Lousy drawing. All right. But I hope that's clear. All right. That's as simple as I could possibly make it for you to understand what I'm saying. All right. Just to draw that one more time. Price is here right now. What we want to see happen is for it to come down below these 2 lines. When it does, oops, let me draw it better. Right. For it to come down like that. When it does, then you wait for it to come back up. Right? This is where your entry is now. This is where you get your entry point from. Right here when it comes back up like that. Right? That when it comes up, it's going to be close to your yellow line. It's going to be close to your yellow line. The yellow line is what you want to have it come up here and touch. And then when it does that, then you take it down like this to win your trade. Okay? That's how you win the trade. So giving you a heads up that this is likely to happen. How did I arrive at this conclusion? Let's go back here and see how I arrived at that conclusion, right? I arrived at that conclusion because, oops, why is this not coming off my screen? Okay, all right, hopefully. All right, there we go. Stop. Okay, good. All right, good. All right, so how did I arrive at the conclusion? Go to the scanner. All right, we see there's a situation where NAS is red on the 1 minute, which means it's below its blue line. US 30 is above, SVX is above. So what we're expecting is for them to make their way towards this blue line. So how will you know when to go into the trade? I just explained it to you. All right, you're going to wait for the logo to set up properly. So it's already up, but what you're waiting for it to do now is to come down below these 2 lines. And then when it comes below these 2 lines, the yellow line is going to start to arch over and come over like that. Then you're going to wait for the candles to come back up. And when it comes close to this or touches this yellow line, right, then you take your trade down this way and you make your profit by putting your entry right here where it comes back up. Okay? That's how you get into the trade. Boom. Perfect entry. And then you make your money. All right? Now, ideally, you should see down at the bottom here green and then a little blob of red, and then the box stays red at the bottom, green here, and then red. But by the time that happens, sometimes it's so late. So you wanna understand the logo, because the logo is what we're trading. All right, the logo is what we're trading, guys. The logo is what we're trading. We're trading the logo. So what you want to do is that you want to trade this. All right, it came up. All right, it came up, came down, arch back up, down. That's a sell. A buy is the reverse of that. Okay, all right, and that's trading the logo. So hopefully that helps somebody in understanding, what to do and how to go about trading this, right? How to go about trading that. All right. All right. So I did my first drawing on trading view here. I hope it was helpful to somebody out there. And then the rest of the scanner here, H&H, the scanner, being able to pick up trades, right? Sorry, let's go to Forex. Pick up trades, right? Here, cryptos. Right now we have other USD, different trades, and then of course, indices. There's nothing going on there right now. We picked out those, all right. And Forex market's slowing down. It's quiet, all right. So we're not seeing any trades being called out. So take advantage of those indices, and then today gold was so nice, or just before, man, I needed this to close above this blue line, and I was so blessed today that it came up. I was sharing Swazel that I got into the trade over here. I had to go through all this pullback, and then it came back. And let me just share with you what's going on with gold, why I decided to stay in that trade. If we go to the 1 day, the 1 day is showing us a buy, right? If you look down here, green, red, green. Do you see this? Anybody? Anybody out here? Swazel, Nikki?
Yeah.
All right, green, red, green, right? That's a 1 day buy, but they take a while to develop. You see, it was below the channel, right? And when it's below the channel, and you catch it like this. Look, this run up here. See this one? It came way below the channel here, and look at this run up. You see that? And it came below the channel here. So this was the logo here. Price begins above, it went down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down. So that is the last one. Now it's doing it again, and there's another daily buy. So we should see a run up. It may not be, it may run up and take out this high, because this was the last high way up here. And this daily buy may run up and take this out. Okay, may, don't know. All right, we'll see. May, all right. So with the daily buy, knowing that there's a daily buy, you can then look for 1 minute, 5 minute buy stops, knowing that there's a daily buy stop in place, right? Because the market has shown us that there's a daily buy. We drop down from the daily to the 4 hour, right? Is there a buy on the 4 hour? Right now, there was a sell which happened already, right? And there could be another one developing, right, on the 4 hour, as well as it could change its pattern. We'll see what happens. Let's go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour is now all red. So the 1 hour, there has to be a buy up to get a 1 hour sell. So we're going to see this go up and arch back down and come back up and go back up, as it continues the daily buy. But there's going to be a 1 hour sell. This hasn't properly developed yet. You could see that it's still all red. But there was a 30-minute sell, right? Red, green, red. You could see the 30-minute went up, came down, went up, and it's now probably going to try to come back down again, but the daily buy is pushing this up. So you could get some sells and buys on its way up, all right? And then check the 15-minute. The 15-minute was a sell, but you see the back broke, right? Which means the daily buy pressure is very strong, and it broke the back on this 15-minute. So it didn't give a big, strong 15-minute sell. Even this 15-minute sell here was small. See, red, green, red was a small one. Red, green, red. Back broken, another one, and then just drop down to the 5-minute. Start on to the 5-minute. So the 5-minute was going back and forth. You could see sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So I was okay staying in it, knowing that it would eventually buy back because of the daily buy, right? That's why I wasn't concerned so much about closing it as it was selling down, because I realized that it would turn back to come back for the buy. And I took the chance and it worked out. And then let's go down to the 3-minute, see what's going on at the 3-minute. Green, all green at the end here. So we can expect. So just in line with the daily buy that we saw, the daily buy stop, the 3-minute is showing a buy developing. All right. So when it pulls back below here, we'll give you a 3-minute buy. Let's go to the 1-minute. 1 minute is showing buys. Okay. So what it means, therefore, is that from way back here, you could be taking 1-minute buy stops. Okay, because why? Because the daily is showing you a buy stop. So let's go back again, just quickly review that. Go back to the daily, 1 day, look here, all right? It's showing you green, red, green, a buy on gold on the daily. Go down to the 1 minute. On the 1 minute, look for any 1-minute buy stop. they will go up. See? Go back to here. Let's look for the first one. Right? You could see them. You could see a bunch of them, right? A bunch of them. These ones went to 1 minute cells. But come right here, from right here, right where the green arrow came up, when it came down and it sold off and it came up, green arrow came up, everything turned green, right? First one was this pullback here, went up. It pulled back below the line, went back up. All right, you got a few little short ones here, little quick ones, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Because what? There's a daily buy. And then there's a big run up here that came all the way up to here. And it pulled back again, and it went back up. See? Why? Because there's a daily buy stop in place. So when the daily buy stop or 4 hour buy stop or 1 hour buy stop is in place, and you have a 1 minute or a 5 minute buy, 3 minute buy, you could take them with confidence because the overall trend is a buy stop in the higher, in the very high time frames. So on the daily time frame, which is the highest time frame that we're seeing a call out, which is a buy stop, then you can come back here and take 1 minute buys. Now, if you take the sells, you can, but the sells are going to be very short term. I wouldn't try to stay in any long-term sell, knowing that there's a high time frame buy. But there's a 30-minute, remember there's a 30-minute sell stop that was there, right? 30-minute sell stop. And there's going to be a 1 hour sell stop. So when the 1 hour sell stop develops, then on the 1 minute and the 5 minute, you could be taking the sell stops too. But you have to be a little mindful that there's a daily buy stop as well. So you can't stay in them long. Just take them quickly, get in, get out, right? But the buys generally will stay a little bit longer because of the fact that there's a higher time frame buy. Any questions? So guys, you're gonna enjoy the boot camp if you're in Jamaica. Everything is lit for it. People are all focused on that. And I know it's gonna be very exciting over there in Jamaica today and tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. But any questions from you guys?
This is Miggy. I noticed, well, I haven't been looking at gold much, but the other, I guess regular currencies, USD, Canadian, and so on. The general trend has been selling on a daily basis for several days now.
Well, I wouldn't say that there's a general trend because it depends on what asset you look at, right? So, if this is buying, right? This is gold.
That looks like buying. Yeah, that's
right?
what I was saying. I wasn't looking at, that's with gold, right? Is that?
Look at AUD USD. That's buying. Let's look at Euro USD. That's buying.
Euro USD.
Let's look at GBP AUD. That's up and down.
What about the USD JPY?
All right, so here's the thing. Remember, let's look at you. I could tell you from now USD JPY sell.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because that's what I was looking at.
Right? USD chef selling. And let me share with you why. Look at DXY. Okay? DXY is the dollar index.
Oh.
So when the dollar is in front of the peer, whatever the dollar index is doing, that's what the peer is doing.
Okay.
For the peers that have the US dollar behind it, whatever the dollar index, like for example, AUD USD, the dollar index is the second. So when it goes down, AUD USD tends to go up. So you look at this going down, let's pick AUD USD, it's going up. Let's go back to DXY.
Okay.
See, DXY is going down, right? Let's look at Euro USD. USD is on the back end. Euro USD went up. Why? Because the DXY went down. So it's not that the general market was selling. It's just that what you were trading was an asset that was going down based on the dollar index.
Oh, okay.
Is that helpful?
Yeah, yes, it is. I have to check out this DXY.
Yep. So if you study DXY, Like right now, DXY sold off on the 1 minute. Let's just run through 1 minute. Let's look at the 3 minute. 3 minutes is also has been selling. Let's look at the 5 minute. 5 minute. 5 minutes sold down a lot today. You could see that sold down a lot today, right? Because DXY was buying up a lot. See, it was going up, 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 up. So now it's doing some correction. Started selling off. All right. It created a 5 minute buy stop. But let's keep going up. 15 minute. What's the 15 minute showing? It's not yet developed a 15 minute trade. Okay, it's just starting to come into the 15 minute channel. Let's go down. Let's go to the 30 minute. 30 minute. See, the 30 minutes is green, green, green. It still hasn't come back down to the 30 minute channel yet to buy up from it. What happens on each time frame? It generally buys up from this channel or down from this channel, depending on what these colors are. Right, like right now, these colors are green, so it's going to buy from this channel when it gets there. Let's look at the 1 hour. See, the 1 hour is all green. Let's look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is all green. In fact, the reason why it bought up so much, green, red, green. What is this right here? Green, red, green. What is this right here?
That's a sell. That's a buy, sorry.
Buy. And then what did it do after the green, red, green? It went way up. See that? That's why it was buying like that. But that's now seems like it's reached its peak and it's now turning back.
Yeah, it's
right?
selling a little.
Let's look at the day now, the daily. Right, let's look at the daily chart. See, on the daily chart, you know what's this red, green, red? What is that on the daily chart?
That's gonna be a sell.
Right. So what's happened is that it bought up so much on the 4 hour, right? When it was buying up, it set up this daily sell. Right? So what's gonna happen is that you're gonna see this starting to go sideways here and then start to come down. And that's probably what we're starting to see happen on the 1 minute. The daily sell is starting to kick in. Right? Where we're seeing this sell down starting to happen. We're starting to see the sell down starting to happen, which is what you saw today. Right? We saw a lot of selling. Anything with USD in front of it would have been selling today. Let's go back to the 1 minute. All right, yeah, 1 minute chart. So we saw a lot of selling because that daily sell is starting to kick in. But while this is selling down, this is the 1 minute. Remember, while this is going down like this, let me just put a let's put a trend line in here. Okay, from here to here. So while this is going down, let's go up. Let's go up in time frame and look at something. 3 minutes. You see 3 minutes still going down, right? All right, 5 minute, still going down. 15 minute, still going down. 30 minute, all right, it went down. 1 hour. You see how it's starting to change how it looks, right? And if we go to 4 hour, you could see that the trend line is right in that 4 hour line. So what's gonna happen here? Let's go back to the 1 minute. The 1 minute is pushing down into a 5. Let's go to the 5 minute chart. On the 5 minute chart, what type of trade is this? Green, red, green. What type of trade is that?
A buy.
Yes. So we might see a slight buy. So what we might see doesn't necessarily mean that will happen. We might see this just turn a little bit and come back up and go back down.
Oh, okay.
We might,
It's
right?
gonna be a
Most likely, right? And that's the buy. So the little up is that 5 minute buy. Let's go to the 15 minute. 15 minute. What type of trick? It's not yet developed, but it's green, 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 right? So if the bars here turn to red, how does it turn to red? If these candles keep coming down, 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 and go below this green line and stays below it, the bars here, these green bars turn to red.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
And that may be a short sell too.
Correct. Because what? There's a daily sell.
So, mhm.
And the daily sell is stronger than a 5-minute or a 15-minute buy.
Mm. Okay, yes, got it.
All right.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome, man. Yeah, we're going to keep giving more value in these sessions. Well, please invite friends and family as well. Because I want to, I'm going to play a part in sharing what I've learned so far. So that everybody who's attending can really benefit from the um
Yeah,
can
but
benefit
what
greatly.
Dr. Harry,
Uh-huh.
what has been happening, I've talked to quite a few people, but they all want to know that I'm in it and I'm making money before they consider it.
I
I'm like,
understand.
come to the sessions, it's free, da da da. And
I
some people are
understand.
like, well, I don't want to feel uncomfortable and da da da. And I tried to tell them that, it's a really cool community and there's no pressure.
Yeah.
But they want to
So
see me make some money and then they say,
well,
okay, then
soon that's gonna happen, and that's great. Because I know some people are like that. I have friends like that too. So that will eventually happen, and when that happens and your lifestyle is impacted, they'll see the difference and they'll want to, they'll come rushing. So it's all good. All right, I think we're good. Any further questions from anyone? So gold pushing back up again. Nice. Another 1 minute buy. All right, a little late. I wouldn't. I don't. Here's a little tip for everybody. Even though it's running up, I wouldn't jump into a buy this late. Okay, this is late. All right, this could turn back on you. So don't jump in this late. Okay, when the candles are already up, you should be entering the buy stop you should put in your entry when the candles are below these moving averages. So when this is green, red, green on the 1 minute, which it is, and it's a nice buy stop, you should be putting your entry on this line or even slightly below that line when the candles are below here. So when it's moving and coming back up, it puts you in the trade. If you try to get in up here when it's already moving up, it may come up, and by the time you get in, it turns back on you and go back down. Okay? So just remember that. But this is a nice 1 minute buy on gold. Nice 1 minute buy. All right, and nice win. And it's even pushing up further. I anticipate that's probably going to push up some more. Go ahead.
So we should put it in like right between the green and the yellow line, right? Right there, like right there, where you just had the.
Yeah. So here's where I would have gone for it. This
Between.
Let me change this to green. All right. So this green line is an entry, right?
Right.
So what happens is that this is one candle, two candles. All right. So let's move this to the way. Right. So when it came down here, right? When it came down here, and then this turned to red. You see that little blob of red? You see that?
On the bottom, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that means we now have a buy stop, correct?
Green, red, green. Yeah.
Right. So what you should do is that you should put your entry a little bit above where the price is, because the price is now down here.
Okay, above the price. Okay.
Right. So don't put it too close though, because it could wick you in and keep going down.
Okay.
So, right. So keep it a little far away, but as a beginner, you put it on the yellow line, and that's safe. And you wait for it to turn back around and go back up.
Put it on the yellow line.
Right. Right. That's the safest place to put it.
Okay.
Okay. So when it turns back around, it pushes you up and goes back up like
Okay.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
But when it's already up like this, don't try to get into the trade up here. Because if you got into the trade up here, see the candle is already turning red, it could come back down and you lose the trade.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully that was helpful.
It was.
All right, nice win. All right, 50 points. All right, on gold. It's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money on gold, right? All right. All right. If no further questions, everybody, I think we're good to grow. All right. I've had a great time communicating and just sharing with you all. Every time you teach somebody about this, you learn more and understand the system even better. So it's a good idea for you to show somebody or show some people the system. All right. And show them how it works. Okay. And you learn faster that way if you show somebody how the system works. All right. Thank
Okay.
you, guys. All right.
All right.
Bless
Thank
Bless
you.
you guys. All right. See you guys on
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye. You too. I will. All right. Bye-bye.